Ladies and grasshoppers, it is time for another exciting episode of Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. It's directed by Cinderama, and it's produced by The Camera Lady, and association by The Cameraman, with performances by the Color Beatty Crew and Evo Amber, with partners by Tom Allen, Edward Scott, and Rebel Wilson, with his co-host, Elia Mueller. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road.
Hey there, beauties and gentle beauties. What's coming up next? It's Weeknight Update with Ellie Mueller, then the morning show starring Rebel Wilson, and extremely early with Edward Scott. That's all still to come on Nick at Night. Ciao!
From the gorgeous YouTube Dojo! And yes, we do have trees here. You want to see the big trees? Well, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. It's Weeknight and Ellie Mueller. And now, the man who's going to talk about trees tonight. Oh boy, this is going to be another long show, huh? Well, let's just get this thing over with. He is the one and only Mr. Ellie Mueller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Mueller. What's up? My sister Elia is still not feeling well, so I'm going to play her pre-recorded segment roles throughout the show tonight. Does that sound cool? Cool. Well, let's get this over with. The theme song was composed by David Mathis Piano, the color being the camera lady, the cameraman, and Era, the Jaguar Love 2004 are responsible for most of the things that you'll see here on this program tonight, and they also watch out for all at once. Along with, once again, Fanatic, Coverall Fanatic, Two Car Fanatic, Walk with Amazon, Fanboy Films 2, Landon the Hedgehog, Bloom, and Toys Gaming Spot. Please check all those people out. Hey, what time is it? Boop! It's time for the challenge update. That's right. Folks, you know that I've watched all the Color Beat Crew's old episodes, right? All 114 of them? Good. Now, I've watched 6 movies today. That's right, 6 movies. Meaning that the number of movies that I've watched since the beginning of last month has gone up to 124. That's very good. Of course, it's going to be a long time before the camera lady would even think about forgiving me. And as you know, once you are done struggling, the struggles will continue. How do I know that? Because after I'm done with the challenge, I have to come up with another plan to get the camera lady to be happy with me again. So, yeah. This is going to be a wild year for me. Well, let's get on with the next segment. Wait a minute. What is the next segment? Whoop. What's up? That's the next segment. What's up? That's right. What's up is the next segment. Roll the intro, please.
What is up? 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 Bum 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 bum.
What's up with trees? They get their leaves back every spring. Hey, they're ready for fashion. Now, some trees can't be grown for privacy. Maple trees and ironwoods, for example, will get in the way. Wow, that was random. And here are a few facts about trees that everyone needs to know. Tree rings can predict climate change. Some trees have been to the moon, and trees can improve water quality. Wow. Plant some trees. Wow. Those jokes were really cringy. Whoop. And now, ladies and gentlemen, another top 8 list. That's right. It's time for another top 8 list. MP, Mr. Bones, let's roll.
Does everybody know what time it is? Is it time for something that involves the weeknight update? That's correct. It's time for our top 8. Yeah, top 8 to know what the top 8 things are. Yeah, it's going to be great. Oh, I'm so excited. I wonder what the top 8 is going to be this time. Well, we're going to have to figure it out. Well, Ellie's going to figure it out. Yeah, Tom, it's absolutely so. Well then, what are we waiting for? Take it away, Ellie! Yeah!
You got boss, tonight's category, top 8 things that will never be found on a tree branch. I repeat, tonight's category, top 8 things that will never be found on a tree branch. Number 8, urine. Number 7, poop. Number 6, ranch dressing. Number 5, tortellini. Number 4, chips. Number 3, pizza. Number 2, cheeseburgers. And number 1, Gatorade. Really? Gatorade on a tree branch? I know! That's pretty weird. Thank you very much, boys. You know it's our hashtag Weeknight Update, hashtag Everywhere Late Night, hashtag Everywhere for Adults, hashtag for Love Round, hashtag Autism Rules. Get those hashtags to on social media, please. Right, like this thing, subscribe to the bell, share it, and tell me down section down below. But whatever we do, please do not go anywhere. We will be right back with special delivery, the motorist is multi-choir, moment for everyone, talking time, random advice, and this week's content week question. Yeah. Woo! This is going to be a long show, but remember, this is still Weeknight Update. Now here it is, your bottom line.
Storytime. The receptionist's dark secret was that the computers were only used for Minesweeper.
How did you know?
Nick at Night.
Fresh.
Nick at Night.
All night, every night.
Now in color or black and white.
If you think you can't afford that new carpeting today, you could be wrong, you know, because Empire makes it very easy. If you've got Visa or MasterCharge or American Express, call us. We'll have your carpet installed in 3 to 4 days. If you haven't got one of these cards, maybe you can qualify for Empire's own credit terms. They're pretty good, you know. No installment payment for 60 days. So, pick a card, any card. 588-2300 Empire. And call us.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update. Yes, this is going to be exciting. And I'll let pre-recorded Elliot tell you why. It's special delivery time! Yes, it is time once again for another episode of Special Delivery. Wallet!
The Hunter audition. New.
So, where is this hunter, you little crap? Hey! No name calling during the truce, remember? Maybe the hunter is hunting the Lion King. Or maybe we're wasting our time. What if this hunter knows nothing, who doesn't even exist? My little sexy hunting skills knows that you are trying to seek the sneaky hermit. Curse that name! Oh, for the... If you're really quiet, the sexy man will help you. Curse that name. Nice. Now follow me. Hermit crabs carry a lot on their backs, so they're always in danger of tipping over. I see. If I wore my glasses, which I've lost again. But, oh, quit standing on my foot, Villainous. Oh, for crap's sake, I'm not even standing on your foot, you little crap. The hermit loves bigger things. I bet there's a really big, sexy building in the hermit's sights. The hermit wears tights? The permit test bites? Old hermit was right? The jelly pudding was likely toasted in pajamas? I think the hermit loves to drink milk when he's feeling down. What the? That's not helpful. Well, it could be. Yes, you'll never know. Helpful is important, Job Mort. Ooh, pardon me. Well, I do have air, you know. I cannot believe that just happened. Look, I'll track the hermit myself if you promise to leave me alone. Oh, well, that's decentable. You can come with us in our invisible mobile. Away. Bleh.
Now that was perfect! Boop. And now the multiverse is ability choir. That's right.
Autumn mists are rolling in, the trees are shed their leaves. Smoke from bonfires as they blaze, dances, curls and leaves. The cold-eyed air is full of smells, tantalizing teas. Hot dogs, coffee, apples, gathering wheels are guaranteed to please. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and wars. Where the fire went cold and you're on the right road, it's better to know it than not. On the 5th of November, remember, listen to us and take heed. Danger's quite an attraction, so be ready for action. The firework knows what you need. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So when it comes to bonfire night, make sure you use your head. Have fun and joy, but do it right. Remember all of you said. For all that he was merely the guy, my, that was a prize. The fire code is really cool, so learn the rules. Don't be a fool, your bumper life would be a delight. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and cross. Learn the firework code and you're on the right road. It's better to know it than not.
Now that was pure perfection. Yes. Whoop. And now let's have a moment. That's a good idea.
Hey, Rebel, do you know what time it is? No, the camera lady, what time is it? Well, Rebel, it's time for a moment for everyone. I wonder what Ellie is going to say this time. Well, we're about to find out right now. Yeah, so take it away, Ellie. Yeah, Ellie. Love you, my smoochie poo.
Trying to get the camera lady to forgive me is getting a lot harder than I thought. And trying to get her to be happy with me again is extremely hard too. I have to watch all the Caribbean Crew's old episodes and movies from 2013 to 2022 when I first met her and the Caribbean Crew. Now you would think that it's easy, but here's the kicker. I have to do that while watching the Caribbean Crew's new content and participating in the Camera Lady's live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As far as the challenge is concerned, I'm doing fine. But the Camera Lady is still mad at me because of how I have been behaving during her live streams. And she's also mad at me because of how I have been behaving during our nightly conversations on Messenger. I'm trying my best to be a better friend, but the camera lady is still mad. I can predict that when I'm finally done with the challenge, the camera lady will forgive me with hesitation and resistance because forgiving someone and being happy with someone are two different things. So, to those of you who have to do big things just to get your friends to forgive you for the mistakes that you have made, I know exactly how you feel. Having said that, however, I don't think that any of you have to deal with what I have to deal with. You folks could be extremely lucky and blessed. Will the camera lady ever forgive me? At this point, I don't know. We can all hope and pray, but at this point, it'll take more than just a challenge to get her to forgive me. And I'm pretty sure that she is planning something else for me to do when the challenge is over. And she is getting the Caribbean Crew in on the act too. So, should I be very scared and nervous right now? Yes. And you'll understand everything when I give you some random advice later on in the program. Right now, though, I must ask you folks one question. What time is it? Whoop! Is it talking time? That's right, people Cordelia. It is talking time, yes.
Hey, do you know what time it is? That's right, it's talkie time to know what he's going to talk about. So let's talk about it. Yee-hoo, baby.
Trees provide shade, shelter, and fruit. Now, do they also provide privacy? It depends on the tree. However, some trees will never give you privacy. For example, the Italian cypress. That's right. It is tall, but let's be honest, they're almost see-through trees. In other words, you can see what your neighbor is doing by looking, right behind the Italian cypress. Does that make sense? Well, I hope so because my mind is going all over the place. Now, the maple trees are a lot bigger and a lot taller than the Italian cypress. However, they won't provide privacy year-round. Do I know why? Because when they lose their leaves, neighbors lose their privacy. Ironwood, well, that's basically the same thing, pretty much. Well, what can you do? What can you do? Anyway, let's look at these tree facts, shall we? Now, tree rings can predict climate change. That's right. If you look at the tree rings, then you can tell what's going to happen to the weather within the next several years or so. And here's another fun fact. Planting trees can help reduce your energy costs. That's right. Strategically planting trees and shrubs can save you up to 25% on your energy bill. So, the tree rings can predict the weather, and planting trees can help you save money on your energy bill. And some trees have been to the moon. In 1971, now this is true, moon trees were grown from seeds taken to the moon during the Apollo 14 mission way back in 1971. NASA and the U.S. Forest Service wanted to see if the moon's orbit caused the seeds to grow differently back on Earth. The trees were donated to state forestry services in 1975 and 1976. Wow. Just wow. And finally, trees improve water quality. As rain falls to the earth, it is slowed and filtered by trees, helping it soak into the soil. Trees then serve as natural sponges, collecting and filtering rainwater and releasing it slowly into streams and rivers. They also prevent soil from eroding into our waterways, reduce stormwater runoff, and lessen flood damage. So, in other words, the trees are our superheroes. Who knew? Boop. And now, let's have some random advice. Yes, we shall have some random advice right now. When you are with your best friend or the person who you are supposed to be with for the rest of your life, please do not make any mistakes. I'm serious. Do not make a mistake. If you do, then you will have to do something big to get that person to even come close to forgiving you. And even if that happens, things between you two will still become hectic. I mean, all the things that you two used to do will end up being ruined by all the things that you have done in the past. This will make that person furious, and that will make that person want to jump on you. Once that happens, you two will be doomed for life. Do arguments and fights happen in a friendship and in a relationship? They might happen once in a blue moon, yes. But if they happen all the time, then you have a big problem. In fact, your problem will be so big that it can only go away if you ask Sherlock Holmes, 900 superheroes, 400 police officers, and a camel to help you out. Look, all I'm saying is this. If you are having problems with your lover or your best friend, then you better solve those problems immediately. Otherwise, you'll be in the same position that I'm in. And once you are in my position, it'll be too late for you to fix anything. Trust me. Trust me. Now, this week's Comment of the Week question is, what would you rather fall in love with? A rock or a shamrock? Let me repeat that question because I want to make sure that you understand the question. What would you rather fall in love with? A rock or a shamrock? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. That is the news. I am out, Steve. 4 by 4.
And And that has been another exciting episode of Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. And now it is time to hear some final thoughts of the villains. So, good night, everyone.
I wish that they would get rid of someone. Who? Me?
Nick at Night.
Fresh.
Nick at Night.
All night, every night.
Now in color or black and white.